One story is dominating social media in India today. The chaos at the airports, the delayed flights, the angry passengers. Take a look at this.
Please, let's not go out. You are lying. नहीं चलाना मत चला खोल के
This happened yesterday on a Delhi to Goa flight. The departure was delayed by 13 hours. The passengers were sitting inside the plane. It's not clear for how long, but by most accounts for several hours. And this man making the announcement was the plane's co-captain. He informed the passengers about the delay, and that's when one traveller lost his cool. He attacked the co-captain. Now let me say this, nothing justifies this behaviour, this sort of an attack. But the last 48 hours have been ugly for Indian aviation. Hundreds of passengers have been left stranded, leading to overcrowding at many airports. Airport staff have been under immense pressure. They're dealing with many frustrated, upset and angry passengers. The situation is quite bad. Take a look at this now. Those were the passengers of a Goa to Delhi flight. Their flight got diverted to Mumbai. The passengers were having dinner on the tarmac. And what triggered this chaos? Fog. A thick blanket of fog has engulfed North India. It is severely impacting air travel, especially from New Delhi. The pilots cannot see the runway. Visibility has been close to zero, so they cannot fly the planes. The Indira Gandhi International Airport, or IGI, is India's main aviation hub. It's the largest airport in the country. Since yesterday, it has been facing major disruptions. The fog has affected the airport's operations. Now, this had a domino effect. Airports across India felt the impact. Flights were delayed at multiple airports. It was a chain reaction. You see, airlines use the same plane for multiple sectors. It works a bit like your delivery person on Swiggy or Zomato. Sometimes they pick up multiple parcels from the same restaurant, then they make deliveries. That's how the airlines work too. In some cases, a plane and crew cover as many as 3 routes in a day from one place to another and then back. Now, since flights did not take off from Delhi, they disrupted the entire flight schedule for other cities as well. Passengers missed their connecting flights. In some cases, flights had to be cancelled. In fact, I have some numbers for you. Yesterday, nearly 600 flights were delayed, 76 were cancelled. This was at the New Delhi airport alone. 600 delays, 76 cancellations. What about the others? In Chennai, 47 flights were cancelled. In Kolkata, 164 flights saw delays and 29 cancellations. Bengaluru, 58 flights were delayed. What about today? There were fewer disruptions, but even then, more than 100 flights were delayed across India today. So the question naturally becomes, when will this fog lift? Not anytime soon. Indian weather officials are predicting a dense fog tomorrow as well. So if you have a flight to catch, do check for delays with your airline before you leave for the airport. And poor weather and visibility are not a new phenomenon. It happens every year around this time. So why did aviation authorities not plan for it? Given the chaos, it is clear that they were caught off guard. Passengers are raising these questions because this chaos is not just about the fog. It's also because of operational issues. Like the runway situation at the Delhi airport. This airport has 4 runways. Out of these, 2 can handle takeoffs and landing in low visibility. But right now, only one of them is operational. Only one operational airport runway at the Delhi airport. The second is shut for maintenance. Perfect timing. The other 2 runways cannot handle fog. You need a special system for it, something called an Instrument Landing System, ILS. Imagine you're flying a plane in a computer game. You're using a joystick to control your aircraft, but suddenly your vision is impaired, your screen is broken. So you cannot see where the aircraft is going. You need help. Like a button on a joystick, a feature that lights up a path for you to follow. That's what an Instrument Landing System, or ILS, does. It guides the pilot when the visibility is low. And just like a game, there are difficulty levels in the system. The ILS has 3 levels, Cat 1, Cat 2 and Cat 3. They signify different levels of visibility. In this kind of weather, the kind that we have right now, you need Cat 3B. That's the highest level. and it can handle extremely low visibility. It sounds like a system worth having on all runways, doesn't it? But for some reason, only 2 runways have it. Now, after the chaos erupted, Indian authorities swung into action. Today, India's aviation minister shared an action plan. His name is Jyotiraditya Scindia. He said work on the second runway will be expedited. But it won't be enough. Airlines will have to do their bit as well. Deploy more planes that can fly in low visibility. Train more pilots who can fly on these runways. You see, pilots too need to undergo special training to fly in such conditions, in such low visibility. Not every pilot can handle this. So you need more experienced pilots on the roster. And this is urgent because we cannot have one of India's best and biggest airports grappling with such issues. The Delhi airport is among the best in the world, and with infrastructure like this, India hopes to become an aviation hub. It needs functioning runways. India also needs airlines that respect their passengers. Today, social media platforms are filled with harrowing tales like this one. A passenger had to endure as many as 6 delays. He was flying from Kolkata. His flight got delayed 6 times. He missed a connecting international flight. When he tried to cancel his ticket and pull out his luggage, he was told the airline does not do cancellations. Will the airline compensate this passenger for his loss? Then you have passengers trapped inside planes, waiting for hours for the takeoff, in some instances without food. So while the weather caused these delays and disruptions, surely airlines could have handled it better.